Hola, hola, Coca-Cola. This is CryptoQueenE, aka Bitcoin Evie, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that I look at when I'm looking at my portfolio and trading. So, you guys know, like, I've been kind of like looking at the market since a while, and if you don't know, that's, basically my goal is to just find the information, try and figure out what's what, and, where you want to kind of like move yourself and monitor what you're doing with your portfolio. So one of the biggest concerns is basically the pullback, right? But if you look at Bitcoin, what it was at before, to how its growth has increased, even though it had an inflation from like, I guess November to like probably January, February maybe, I think that it's still on its way. I think it's still, pulling good. So the other things is that I see like other alternative coins like Ethereum that have like smart contracts and have dApps, so that's decentralized applications. And then you have some of the other coins like Litecoin and Bcash that, and Dash that are making just it more efficiently to be able to process at smaller fees. And yeah, I think one of the biggest hurdles that I've had before was trusting an exchange. So I had problems with Bittrex, I had problems with Yobit, and I think Binance has been good to me. I can drop the link below for Binance and Exodus. Their type of trading has been good too. And Coinbase, of course. How could I forget that? Because I always send people to Coinbase and I try to advocate for cryptocurrency being a simple process where people can just jump in and they understand digital currency and the value of an asset itself, in contradiction to just money, fiat. So I have been, working on that with a lot of people that I basically surround myself by. So they usually say, you're always talking about crypto. But, so yeah, some of the biggest things that also I would say is just checking out how the media reacts to those projects and seeing who is actually running those projects, whether the project is efficient and it's going to grow, and like probably also just looking at trends, like I actually look at like the different trends that they have, the timelines between the sell points and the buy points. It gives me a better margin of like when I want to be able to make the best out of the situation that I'm in, whether or not I'm going to trade or whether I'm going to stay with them. And so like the compilation of things that I look at actually helps me. Some other people use different techniques and stuff like that. Those are my techniques. That's what I've been doing, and successfully it's worked out for me. But trading and stuff like that, money comes in, money goes out. So you got to continue making money so that you can progress. And I think possibly the last thing that is a big concern for people, at least people that I talk to, is how to actually be able to use that. So I do consulting, and like I talk to people, I try to give them the consulting. I've had a few clients and stuff like that, and they have just asked me for support. There's other people who just want to be introduced to it, and that's fine, but the hardest part is for them to attain the mentality of how to use it and what it means, what it truly means worldwide. We have global reach now. There's like in third world countries, they have banking now. The UN is, I guess I would say the United Nations is been able to help refugees and stuff like that. And as a humanitarian, I see those things as like great points, these are the reasons why I'm into cryptocurrency, because I love the humanitarian portion of it. I've been helped by other cryptocurrency entrepreneurs or investors, what you want to call them. And I think that community is like really growing, and you're starting to see the camaraderie between relations of how we're having international relations, like we literally are on a global point. I know people like from all over the world. Hello. And I love them. You know, I love talking to them, asking them about what they're doing and trying to figure out how we can collaborate or what points to look at if there's something different that maybe perhaps you missed out on. And so I really enjoy that point. Not everybody has time for that, or can go to different conferences. But I think going to conferences, unless you're really trying to establish yourself or evaluate, then I would go. I would totally go. Some people have the money for it, to each his own. If you can do it, more power to you. But other people have to stay still and work with their surroundings, and I think that's one of the biggest things of how cryptocurrency is evolving, is basically just, being able to help other people adapt to it. And that is my biggest goal. It's not like I get paid for every person I talk to or whatever. Sometimes, I get a little referral from Coinbase or Binance or Ledger, Nano or whatever. But the goal is to get those people to understand digital currency, and it's at a global point. So that's the intrinsic value of cryptocurrency for me. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that. I'd love, to continue deliberating and providing you guys my stance on how cryptocurrency is. I think I have been to Mexico, and I've been to like different, places around here. I think I went to Florida last year, Baltimore, Chicago, and Mexico. I was there several places, and I always try to push a little bit further. I always say when I walk in the door, do you guys accept Bitcoin, cryptocurrency of any kind? Even when I go gambling, or well, not gambling, but to like the Mohegan Sun, and like, I ask them, when are you gonna have, Bitcoin? Like, oh, we don't know, I do the same thing with wellness though, I try to push it a little bit further when I can. But yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to spread the word so that other people understand there's a better way to just look at money than it just being fiat, As a world, I think we have to expand our mentality to know that, there's been a lot of monopolizing an elite in this world of value that we hold for bartering. And that is the key goal with, cryptocurrency, blockchain, Bitcoin, It provides as a humanitarian aid, the enormous things that it has provided for people in third world countries or with natural disasters and stuff like that have been insane. And that touches my heart. So, I advocate for that. I advocate for us trying to help each other as much as possible. And, if you can lend a hand, do it, If you got to work for it, then, also work, Things will work out on its own. We're still evolving in this career path of blockchain technology. I myself, as a medical logistician, I'm still dumbfounded by the supply chain management and how it's like turning into the blockchain and what position I'm going to have to take and stuff like that, so that I can continue enhancing and growing, That's the goal, is to grow, Anyways, CryptoQueenE out. Nice talking to you guys. Have a great day. Love you.